Every week, the Tower of Fantasy community is seemingly up in arms over something. I feel like while still substantially smaller than Genshin's community, they are becoming more or less as jaded and as toxic. What they're angry at today is a two-seater mount, a two-person mount that is currently available or will be in the future or was in the Chinese version introduced that cost up to $900 US dollars to obtain. And it looks like this. You're paying $900 potentially for this. Before we go any further, I just want to take a moment here to thank all of the absolute chads and chadettes that support this channel via Patreon. You're all freaking legends. Seriously, each and every single one of you. I would offer to give each of you a kiss, but I suffer from severe intimacy issues. Additionally, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest MMO gacha and gaming news, take a second here to follow Mrs. Stix and I over on Twitter. We tweet daily. Now, I know what you're thinking. Looking at that mount, who in their right mind would pay up to $900 for something that looks as hideous as this does? And the answer is, of course, every whale that still continues to put thousands of dollars into their game. The top comment here encapsulates what every single person in this entire thread is feeling. This two-person mount can feed two families. Maybe if that thing can fly, otherwise it's worthless. Imagine you riding that thing with your virtual girlfriend and you have to resummon it every 15 seconds because you can't jump over a small stone. Yeah, see, that is, I feel like, now, okay, I will point out, this does not cost $900. It can cost up to $900. But mounts in this game are essentially useless. Sure, they provide you an increase in your movement speed. They allow for you to get from point A to point B a little bit quicker, but they are horrendously implemented. And every little terrain difference is a setback that requires you dismount and remount to progress beyond. So in the grand scheme of things, I feel like this is more of a cosmetic mount than it is a mount that will provide you any kind of real benefit. Now this, for some reason, is not the most upvoted comment, even though this clarifies exactly what it is. This was a limited time gacha machine event in the Chinese version during 2.0. As you guys know, 2.0 is coming soon. The total number of pulls to empty the prize pool is 806, and each pull costs 80 tanium or 100 dark crystals. So the total tanium required at maximum is 64,000, and the total dark crystals required at maximum is 80,000. Then there are an abundance of comments that are attacking whales, and am I the only person here that doesn't really have a problem with whales? Like, I don't necessarily want to compete against them, but at the same time, like, if they're gonna waste their money in this game and them spending this money on inconsequential items like this is going to allow the studio to receive the funding they need to continue development of their game, if that is what is required for me to still be capable of participating in it and enjoying it, why do I care? Now, if this is something that will provide a statistical advantage over me, so something that would provide increased damage, increased HP, increased survivability, that would be pay to win, and I do not support pay to win. But something as insignificant as allowing two people to ride a mount is not something that we should be criticizing. This is their money after all, and they can spend it on whatever they want. That is ugly as shit. Yeah, it really is. This is by far one of the ugliest mounts that I have probably ever seen in an MMO. $900, that's just wrong. This looks like it was forced into existence against all odds. Disgustingly greedy, this is ridiculous. The more I see things like this, the more I get turned off by this game. Do these developers have no shame? Is there ever a point where setting the price for something is just unethical? No, this is China. Why would you think that? I mean, it's so ugly. It really is. You jump, you dismount. Mounting in this game is not useful. Very true. I actually just went over that a minute ago. $900 is enough for my rent and groceries. Yeah, that's almost enough for our rent here too. I'd rather pull for a unit than to get that mount. Yeah, like, let's be honest, if we're gonna waste $900 on anything, then why not waste it on obtaining a character that you genuinely want as opposed to a mount that, let's be real here, you are never gonna find a second player to ride with. And that's just the blunt, unfortunate truth. Now, going through that thread, it was just, there was an abundance of people that were just hating on every facet of this mount. And I understand why. I understand people don't like whales in their games. I am kind of impartial towards whales. I feel like as long as they're not obtaining anything that A, I can't obtain myself, or B, they're not obtaining something that will provide them a statistical advantage over me, then it really doesn't bother me. But I know not everyone feels that way, just like I know everyone has a different definition of pay to win. But I am curious, what do you guys think? I will note though that $900 is egregiously greedy for any developer, publisher, studio, and it's actually disgusting that they're willing to charge up to that much for something that is purely cosmetic. It's not, it doesn't provide you a new weapon, it doesn't provide you a new character, a new husband, or a waifu. It's literally something that you will pretty much never ever use. But with their decline in terms of active players over in the Chinese version, and also their decline in active players over in the global version, it's no wonder they implement things like this to try and bolster their overall monthly financials. Now, if you're looking for something to play that isn't tower fantasy, I have two different videos on screen right now. One detailing some absolutely incredible upcoming anime gacha games that you need to take a look at. You cannot miss these games. And the other detailing the most populated gacha games currently available in 2022. These are the gacha games that you need to be playing right now.